Ethan and Mia had everything a couple could dream of: stable careers, a beautiful home, vacations twice a year, and their pride and joy, a bright, bubbly 20-year-old daughter named Lisa. They weren't bad people. They just never thought about God. To them, religion was something weak people use as a crutch. They believed in hard work, logic, and success. But underneath the smiles were shallow roots. Their life was built on control, not grace. One morning, Lisa didn't get out of bed. Her skin was pale, and she complained about pain in her stomach. At first, they thought it was the flu, but after hospital tests, the doctors pulled them into a quiet room. "Your daughter has leukemia." The world that once made sense fell apart in a single sentence. Ethan clenched his fists. Mia broke down. They had all the money, but now they had no control. And no peace. Lisa's condition worsened. The treatments weren't working. Ethan spent nights researching clinical trials. Mia stayed by Lisa's bedside, whispering, "Please don't leave me." They began to crack. Arguments turned into silence. One night, Mia whispered, "What if there's nothing else we can do?" Ethan snapped, "We don't need prayer, we need a cure." But deep down, both were scared and completely empty. One day, a nurse, a quiet, kind woman named Grace, left a small Bible on Mia's chair. Inside was a sticky note. "I'm praying for you. God sees your pain. Grace." Mia almost threw it away, but something stopped her. That night, she opened it and read Psalm 34:18. "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted." She wept quietly beside Lily. Later, she showed Ethan the verse. For the first time, he didn't scoff. He just said, "Maybe it's time we ask for help, beyond ourselves." That night, Ethan and Mia sat beside Lisa, holding hands. For the first time in years, they closed their eyes, not in sleep, but in surrender. Mia whispered, "God, if you're real, we need you. Please help us." Ethan added quietly, "We can't do this on our own anymore." It wasn't fancy, it wasn't loud, but it was honest, and heaven heard. Over the next few days, something changed, not in Lisa, but in them. The fear was still there, but now, so was peace. They began reading that little Bible together. One night, Ethan read John 14:27 aloud. "Peace I leave with you, not as the world gives." Doctors still gave them hard news, but they stopped collapsing. Instead, they prayed together. And one morning, Lisa woke up and smiled for the first time in weeks. "Did God hear us?" she asked. "Yes, my love," Mia whispered. He did. Weeks passed. Lisa's condition stayed critical, but she was still holding on. One night, as Ethan paced the hospital hallway, a janitor smiled at him and said, "God's not done with your family." Ethan was stunned. "Do you know us?" The man just smiled and walked away. Later that night, the doctor came in. "Our latest scan, it's stable. In fact, it's improving." Mia gasped. "That's not possible." "No," the doctor said softly, "but maybe it is." From that day, Lisa's continued to improve. Slowly at first, small smiles, then small steps. Her laughter returned, so did theirs. Ethan and Mia gave their lives to Jesus. Not because everything was perfect, but because they had finally seen who was holding them through the storm. At church, the three of them sat in the front row, hands held tight. Lily whispered during worship, "Jesus helped me get better, didn't he?" Ethan's voice cracked. "Yes, sweetie, he really did." Ethan and Mia began to live differently. They prayed together. They read the Bible together. They no longer chased after success or approval. They chased after God. They told friends and family what happened. Not everyone believed them, but that didn't matter. They knew the truth. And every night, Lisa would pray aloud, "Thank you, Jesus, for making me strong again, and for my mom and dad believe in you." Years passed. Lisa remained healthy and full of life. Ethan became active in church. Mia started a women's group for families going through hard times. Their story of success, collapse, and redemption became a testimony that touched hearts. One Sunday, Lisa stood on stage and said, "I was sick, and the world couldn't save me, but Jesus could, and He didn't just heal me, He healed my whole family." Life can crumble in an instant, and sometimes we don't realize how fragile we are until we run out of strength. But it's in our most desperate moments that God shows us He was there all along, waiting for us to come home. If you're struggling today, remember, no life is too far gone, and no heart is too hard for Jesus to heal. Let this story remind you, when everything falls apart, God is just getting started.